The left celebrating vandalism and the stock price more than halved of Tesla. It's the Will Cain Show, streaming live at foxnews.com, on the Fox News YouTube channel and the Fox News Facebook page. Hit subscribe, please, at Apple or on Spotify. Tim Walz, former candidate for vice president, took to a stage where he asked everyone to celebrate as Tesla stock was down from 450 to 225. Watch.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you.
Rob Bluey, the president and executive editor of the Daily Signal, is still hanging out with us here on the Will Cain Show. Tim Walz has never built a thing in his life. Not a thing. He's never built a company. He's never built a product. He's never really built anything productive for society. And here he is celebrating, like much of the left, the troubles for Tesla, Rob.
It's sad. I mean, you're absolutely right. Tim Walz has been on the taxpayer dime his entire life, collected a salary that we've paid or the voters of Minnesota have paid. And, it's one of those things where, I don't understand this. I mean, we went from a situation where under this last administration, they mandated that car companies had to make all of these EVs, largely against their bottom line. I mean, they certainly were not selling, and the government was going to subsidize them. Now they take to trashing them, burning them, releasing toxic fumes into the environment that they so claim to cherish and celebrate as their religion often. And so I frankly don't see where this ends. I mean, it's just maddening.
Buck Sexton made this point yesterday on the Will Cain Show. He said, you have been preaching for several decades now that climate change is an existential threat to humanity. Existential means will end our existence. And because of that, you've asked for all kinds of drastic measures to be taken economically. And you've asked consumers to move to electric cars. One of the pioneers of electric cars is certainly Tesla. And for that, Elon was celebrated. And
you know what their attitude is?
If you looked at the Tesla
I made my money all
ownership
by
group
myself.
Right now, a little false start there on a clip from Chuck Schumer. Their argument for that was, if you looked at Tesla ownership, I bet it over-indexes to the left. I bet it did, at least did. And now they're telling me existential threat to the planet from climate change is a lower priority than hating Elon Musk. Hating Elon Musk and hating Donald Trump are the central animating figures, the moral compass of the left. There is nothing. I don't think they ever really believed in the existential threat of climate change, but it just shows, what is the number one thing that unifies the left? Hating Donald Trump and hating Elon Musk.
You pinpointed it. I mean, and that's been the case for Trump for the last 10 years. I mean, we've seen it on display almost every single day. The whole fascination over Elon Musk, though, is just truly baffling to me because, I mean, here you have a man whose company rescued the astronauts who were stranded in space, and they can't, bother to even celebrate or acknowledge that great feat this week. You have, as you've pointed out, the fact that, they have for long talked about how we all need to move to electric vehicles. This morning I had the privilege of going to and hearing from the Interior Secretary, Doug Burgum, who gave some fascinating statistics about the coldest day of the year, which just coincidentally happened to be January 20th of this year, the inauguration day. And he went through, he said, the amount of electricity that was generated from solar power was 0%. The amount from wind was 2%. I believe the rest was all between nuclear and traditional fossil fuels. And so, I mean, we can certainly have this conversation. And I'm one of those all of the above, make your own decision. I drive a hybrid myself. I mean, it's one of those things that I think should be left to the consumer. And you're probably right, Will. I think there's probably more conservatives, Republicans who are purchasing Teslas today because they like Elon Musk. And you have people like Senator Mark Kelly and Democrats who are deciding to sell their Teslas. I wish that politics didn't interfere with it and people just made the decision that was best for them. But in this society that we live in, clearly the Democrats want to make this all about politics, and they're going to continue to trash Elon Musk as long as he is riding alongside Donald Trump.
But it gets worse because we've seen the videos out there of people keying Teslas. So, by the way, the videos of the people doing it, they just look like normal, frumpy men and women coming to and from the airport and keying a Tesla in the parking lot. And then there's worse vandalism. There is firebombing Tesla dealerships, Molotov cocktails. And this is how Jimmy Kimmel, quote unquote, comedian feels about vandalizing Teslas.
Tesla stock is way down, almost disastrously so. People have been vandalizing Tesla vehicles, new Tesla vehicles. Please don't vandalize. Don't ever vandalize Tesla vehicles. And so...
Well, I don't get it. I don't know. Was that sarcasm? I don't know what that was. But the hatred of Musk is totally manifesting into violence.
Is absolutely manifesting into violence. I mean, we've seen it over and over again. I mean, you can go back to the beginning of the year and the Cybertruck explosion in Las Vegas, right? You have the fires that people are setting on Tesla cars. I mean, you can go down the list of all the things to just, harming your neighbor because you don't like the fact that they drive a Tesla and you're keying their car and can, carrying out property damage. So the thing is, though, I don't understand with Tim Walz and Jimmy Kimmel celebrating the fact that the stock price is down. I mean, in the day and age that we live in, when most people probably have an S&P index fund or, some sort of fund where Tesla's stock is incorporated into that, they're basically clapping and applauding the fact that they're losing money. I mean, that seems just frankly un-American to me in terms of their celebration of this issue. And I think that this just illustrates, Will, how far the Democratic Party has come. In the 1990s, Bill Clinton was largely celebrated across both parties, Republican and Democrat, for trying to streamline government, cut government waste, eventually balancing the budget with Speaker Newt Gingrich, right? I mean, we all celebrated that moment. And Elon Musk isn't trying to do a whole lot different. He's trying to say there's a lot of inefficiencies in terms of how the Social Security Administration is running on decades-old computer programs, and we need to modernize and update the technology. We need to cut wasteful spending that is going to fraudulent purposes. These should be simple bipartisan issues that really have no debate, particularly for Democrats who want to see government grow and expand. You would think that they'd want to root out those inefficiencies, but I guess they don't.
No, I guess there's no cut that is not immoral, according to Democrats. Okay, Rob Bluey, he is the president and executive editor of the Daily Signal. Check him out. We always appreciate you jumping on. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Will. Have a great day.